listening to The Gender Rebels.
I'm Kathleen, a cis woman and ally.
And I'm Faith, a trans woman.
Gender Rebels is a question and answer podcast that explores life outside the gender binary.
A big thanks to our Patreon supporters.
If you'd like to support the show, go to patreon.com/genderrebels. Hey everyone, I'm Kath.
And I'm Faith.
Hey Faith, I got a question.
Sure, what's your question?
Before we get started, are there any patrons to thank?
There's a bunch of really awesome patrons.
A bunch,
yeah.
Let's get started.
There's Sarah B.
Sarah B, thank you.
Yeah, from California. There's Trisha M. from Michigan.
Trisha M, thank you so much.
Stephanie W.
Where's she from?
Omaha.
Stephanie W, thank you.
And Sean R.
Sean R. Where's Sean R?
I don't know. But thank you guys so much. You guys are helping us out. We actually need to do more YouTube videos. We've been so bad at it. But we will be posting some. And I've got a lot of old archived ones that I'm going to be putting up for patrons as kind of a bonus.
Faith.
Baby Faith.
Oh my God.
And in August, we're going to be at the Philadelphia Transgender Wellness Convention or conference.
Right. Guys,
Yeah.
it'll be my birthday. So we'll be there. If you recognize us, come by and say hi. But we'll be scoping out, checking out the place, talking to people, learning about trans wellness, and just having a great time in Philadelphia.
I'm hoping we can one day maybe do like a live Q&A there or something. But
someday.
in the meantime, we're just going to go scope it out. And you guys, you on Patreon are helping us get there. So thank you guys so much.
We appreciate it so much.
Yeah. And then one other piece of Gender Rebels housekeeping. Our 100th episode is coming up.
You guys, this is episode number
97.
This is episode number 97.
Yeah. So in just a few weeks, it's going to be episode 100.
Wow.
And
we couldn't have done it without you guys.
We couldn't have done it without you guys, first off.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone who listens, everyone who's written in, everyone who's commented on things, everyone. Thank you so much. For our 100th, we're not even going to bother doing anything special at all.
That's a lie. That's a filthy, fucking, disgusting, dirty lie. How dare you? You guys, it's going to be amazing.
It's going to be fun. We won't spoil anything, but it's going to be great.
Please keep listening until that episode comes out.
And in a couple weeks, we'll give you guys some more details.
It's exciting.
It is.
All right. So this week, we do have a topic to discuss.
Yes.
It's not a great one.
It's not.
But it's good for people to know, for trans people to know, for questioning people to know, non-binaries, and even that handful of cisgender folk. Hello, my sisters who are listening. What's clocking?
Clocking is actually a very rich and rewarding hobby.
Oh, really?
My friend and I just went clocking in Switzerland, and we actually discovered some 18th century cuckoo clocks with original wood finish in walnut.
Wait, were the gears wood or are they brass?
The gears were actually wood. It's part of the gearing. Are you familiar with the clockier Hans von Grubenhoff?
Hans von Grubenhoff, of course.
Yes.
I was going to ask if you'd been to his birthplace.
We had been actually in Schlafenstadt in Switzerland, and
this whole time I thought you were skiing, and you were going to Hans Grubenhoff's birthplace.
I know.
Schlafenstadt.
Well, you know I love the entire Schlafenstadt school of
clocking.
Clocking
is so great. Well, thanks for listening, everybody. Bye.
Wait a second. That had nothing to do with transgender topics. Okay, so clocking is not as fun as touring Switzerland looking for antique timepieces.
There's a bad kind of clocking.
Clocking is a term that's used to describe when you are presenting as your preferred gender and are subject to harassment because of it. And I think there is an older, more traditional clocking that is like someone can sort of spot you, like it's a passing failure. But I'm not even going to say clocking is necessarily a passing failure. I think clocking goes a little bit beyond passing failure to like bordering on harassment or actual harassment.
Oh, sure. Well, yeah, like, has anyone ever, like, politely stepped out of a crowd and said, "Excuse me, madam, but your beard is showing under your foundation"? Like, is it ever the equivalent of a person helpfully saying, oh, your tag is sticking out the back of your shirt?
Well,
it's just not, right?
I think that there can be different degrees of this. There can be accidental misgendering, and that is a form of clocking. Say if you're presenting male and you go to a store and someone's like, what can I get for you, ma'am? You know,
right this way, ma'am.
They may not be trying to be rude, but, you know, you can feel clocked.
That's technically clocking?
I think that's clocking.
Okay, so it's not always necessarily, what's the word I'm looking for? Malicious.
It's not always necessarily malicious, but the worst kind is the malicious kind. And that gets into the harassment.
Right.
Where people are trying to make someone feel uncomfortable, unwelcome, or threatened simply because, you know, they're not presenting in the gender
don't pass.
they don't pass well enough for someone who, you know, has that opinion. And the thing is, if you're clocking someone, if you're doing that kind of thing, you're just a garbage person.
Yeah, fuck you, go to hell, stop listening to my podcast.
If it's accidental, it's accidental. That doesn't mean it's, like, good, but if it's accidental, one of the things I would say to all our listeners, cis, trans, bigender, non-binary, etc., I would say, when in doubt, use the singular they. Always good. And just, you know, if need be, ask a person. What are your pronouns?
What are your pronouns? Not, are you a he or a she? Just, what are your pronouns?
And you can really get through so much of life without pronouns.
You can.
Thank you, singular they. Don't let any grammar Nazis tell you you can't use singular they, because singular they is wonderful. It's becoming more common. It's been used for hundreds of years. It's becoming more and more common, and I really think in a couple hundred years there isn't going to be his and hers.
Yeah, we won't
in
have
the English
gender
language
anymore. God, I can't wait.
I don't know if we're not going to have gender, but I think we're not going to have that gendered language in English, because there is a kind of push to it's evolving.
Yeah.
So the thing about this is that even though you may not be intending it, you can still offend someone. So always try to be cautious. Always try to be polite. Always try to take other people's feelings into consideration. And if you're one of those people who's clocking people intentionally, why are you listening to our podcast?
Yeah, you're lost.
You're lost, but hey, welcome. You've been acting like a garbage person. Please stop doing that. To our trans listeners who have been through this situation, it's awful. It's awful. It's awful. Nothing we can say can really make it less awful, but it's okay. It's normal. It's something that happens to everyone.
Yeah.
You know, and it just does. I was going and doing modeling photos, right, with a professional photographer. I had had my makeup professionally done. I had like a brand new hair, nice and
perfect.
Fancy.
She looked amazing.
I had a pretty outfit on, and we were going out on the street, and I got clocked by a drunken asshole who decided that he was going to get in the picture with, quote, the transvestite.
Wow.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. This happened just like a month ago, and this sucked because I felt at my prettiest.
Yeah.
And had this happen. And that really kind of just, anytime this happens, and it doesn't happen too rarely for me, but it does absolutely happen. It's just like someone just digging a knife in and just twisting that thing. And it just wrecks me.
Oh my God.
Because
then
I start to go through and I start to doubt every single experience. I'm like, well, have I never passed? Have I never? Is everyone who sees me every day just think I'm this freak?
But they're polite.
But they're polite about it, and this one drunken asshole just happens to be the one who isn't polite. It's normal for this to happen. Granted, not every single trans person is going to experience this, but it is normal and it is okay. It doesn't mean you're worth less as a person. It does not mean that you are ugly or a freak or anything.
Or don't pass.
Don't pass.
Yeah.
It just means that you're a normal human being.
And you had the misfortune to encounter a dick.
A dick or an inconsiderate person. And it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And it's just something that you have to kind of understand that it's normal. That you're not the first trans person, and hopefully Hopefully you'll be the last, but you won't be the last.
I hope you're the last one.
I mean,
ever.
that would be awful for you to be the last one. Like, we're gonna get rid of this, but no, time for you. Hopefully in the future this won't be a thing, but it is normal, and it is something that, you know, for people who transition, we have to deal with this.
Yeah,
and it's not. It's you know, thankfully not that common, and. But it's normal, and sadly it's normal.
Worst. I can't even imagine. That's so shitty. That's so shitty.
It is. So when this happens, so it is normal, it is ordinary, it is basic. This is gonna happen. Doesn't mean you have to like it, but it doesn't mean there's anything wrong with you. There's absolutely nothing wrong with you. So when this happens, the way I've usually dealt with it is to just ignore it.
Yeah.
And it sucks because you don't want to ignore it. You want to just, like, I always want to turn around and just scream at the person.
Yeah.
Like, fuck you, how dare you, you
or
know,
do
you
some
asshole.
Damage,
or
make them bleed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I always want to do that. And it always just grinds my gears more to have to sit there and just, like, keep my eyes on the road and just walk past and just ignore it.
Which, the thing is, though, if you're thinking about it from their point of view, that's the worst thing to happen to them. They want that. They want that confrontation. They want you to say, what did you say to me? And then they get to be even worse. That's exactly what they're going for. They're probably trying to impress their stupid friends. They almost, I guarantee, have some level of very sad, very pathetic lives. These are the deliberate clockers, you know. And see how magnificent, and listeners, no joke, she looked amazing that day. There's hundreds of pictures. You'll see some at some point. This is how I'm going to fuck with someone today. And for that to not even land, for that to not even get a glare or a shrug, it's like it never even happened. And it sets the clocker right back into their position of a useless, worthless, valueless waste of skin. Yeah. And I know ignoring someone is oh man, I can think of 300 things that would just devastate that jerk. But responding means it worked, you know?
Yeah. And you also don't want to escalate a situation.
No, you don't. You're dealing with someone who's clearly fine with violating boundaries of polite society.
Exactly. Best to just ignore it. And it's just, I know it's so hard to ignore it, but you just have to. I think that's the best strategy. Get out of there. Get out of the situation as quickly as you can. Yeah. And if your
safety is most important.
If you're by yourself, go to a public place.
Yes.
You know, go around as many people as you can.
Then cry. Then throw up. Then have a drink. Then do whatever you need to do.
Yeah.
But just get away.
Try not to let this get to you. And I say that as someone who always lets this get to me. So I am clearly don't follow my lead.
Lady hypocrite.
Do what I say, not as I do. It's gonna tear you up inside. It tears me up inside. It makes me feel like this whole transgender journey has just been this like sad delusion I've been on, and that I'm this weirdo freak, and that everyone sees through me, and everyone kind of sees me as this utter freak outsider that they barely tolerate. This is I know. I'm saying this because this is how it makes me feel. Yeah. Yeah. And I want to share that so that you understand that if this makes you feel like that, you're not the only one. Yeah. This will literally ruin my day for it ruins my day, and then it ruins the next day. Oh. And then it ruins the day after that. That's how this hits me. Please just try. I will say try. This is words that I don't even know how to follow myself. Advice I don't even know what to do with. Yeah. Try not to let it get to you. Try not to let it hurt your self-worth. It's the hardest thing in the world. Yeah.
It's the last thing you need to hear. Yeah. It's the worst thing you could possibly hear.
It's like we've said before on this show. When you transition, you discover how strong you really are. Yeah. And this is going to make you feel bad, but there are going to be times when you also feel amazing in your transition, and those are going to far outweigh the negative.
100%.
100%. And get through it. Get through the negative. Don't let it wear you down. Don't let it beat you up to the best of your abilities.
Mm-hmm.
If you are feeling absolutely horrible, reach out to someone.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to a therapist, talk to a counselor, talk to a clergy person that, you have in your life, talk to a friend, a family member, someone supportive. We all have those support people. And
if you don't have them, write to us.
Yeah. Don't let this define how you're going to see yourself.
Yeah.
You are better than this. You are better than this clocker. You're better than these terrible, horrible, awful words that someone's going to say.
Mm-hmm.
You're better than that. I don't even know you, and you are better than that. You are worth more than that.
Guaranteed. Yeah.
Absolutely. We all are. And then one other thing I'm going to add. Don't start imagining clocking. Because this is something I will do after when I'm in this negative post confrontation situation. I'll start imagining it.
Like in normal conversation, you'll kind of analyze it later. And is this something else they were saying to me? Like, what do you mean?
No, it's usually what it usually is I'll like accidentally make eye contact with someone, or I'll be like ordering a sandwich or something, and then I'll get a look or something, and I just start assuming everyone.
I see.
Everyone sees through me. Everyone is clocking
for
me
any
all the
variation
time.
in the attention that you get from
or
someone.
any attention whatsoever.
I see.
Again, I'm going to be telling you guys to be doing stuff that I'm not very good at not doing, and hopefully, me sharing this will let you understand that.
So, okay, you've admitted that you're not very good at. Don't let it bother you, and shake it off, and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
You admit it bothers you. And
it does.
And I wish it didn't, and it does. So, okay, so that's where we are. So what's your advice to someone who hears this? It really bothers them. Do they get to wallow in sadness for a while? Should they just try to forget it? Should they go for a run? Should they get drunk? Like... This is a bad one. This isn't like a bad performance review or a breakup. This is a whole different kind of bad.
I think it is like a bad performance review or a bad breakup. This isn't something that every single adult out there and kids out there to understand that life has hard moments.
Yeah.
And whether that is the bad performance review or whether it is getting dumped or something. There are hard moments in life, and this is just another one of them.
Okay. So do you have advice for getting through that? Because a performance review or a dumping, that's going to sting no matter what.
That's going to be up to each individual.
Yeah.
People know what makes them feel better. There are certain things that I think, like you say, working out or getting out. Mm-hmm. I think they can be healthier than, say, sitting there wallowing in it, than drinking or doing drugs to make yourself feel better, because it's not going to make you really feel better in the long term. Doing something like getting out and exercising, going to the park, whatever, like going out with friends, like that will actually probably make you feel better. And again, this gets into really like psychiatry and therapy and stuff. Of course. Every person kind of knows what makes them feel better.
Yeah.
For me, sitting there and playing the game Civilization will like kind of lets me escape from the world a little bit.
Because you have to focus on it. You have to shut everything out.
Yeah. And I think, for other people, different games can do that. Or for someone, it might be quilting or cooking a meal or something like that. But everyone kind of has their ways of coping.
I like riding the motorcycle for the same reason, because you have to focus on riding safely. You have to cut everything else out. And you just have to keep an eye on all the cars around you.
Yes. I don't like it when Kath rides her motorcycle. It makes me worry for her.
And I've always ridden very, very safe. But and I'll continue to ride safe.
Yeah.
So what I like, this has never happened to me. I've had breakups and performance reviews, obviously, but something different. Something where you have to get a little bit out of your comfort zone, and you have to focus on that new thing, and it's a distraction, and hopefully a fun distraction, and that is, at least you take a break from that horrible memory in your mind.
Yeah. I think what you say, a distraction is kind of a good thing.
Yeah.
And you have to just kind of navigate your own way out. And like we said, I think drinking or wallowing in it is not going to be as healthy as getting your mind on something else.
Can you wallow for one day?
I'm not your mom. I'm not your boss. You know?
Yeah.
Do whatever you want. Do whatever floats your boat. But this is my advice.
Of course.
And I think it's better to do that. But again, you do whatever the hell you want, provided
you're a grown-up.
Provided it's legal and you don't try to hold us
Yeah.
responsible with any sort of liability.
Right.
So we, it's a free country. And if you're not listening to this in a free country, I hope you one day are able to move to a free country. Or free your own country.
Or free your country.
Yeah. You can't wallow in this, and you can't focus on the negative. If you focus on the negative, this is the most cliche, dumb thing in the world, but if you focus on the negative, you're just not going to be happy. You have to just kind of try and stay positive. Be you. Celebrate the fact that you're living your life as you. You're living your life the way you've always dreamed of, the way you've always wanted to, the way you've always known was right.
In a way that people haven't been able to for centuries.
Yeah. That's wonderful and beautiful. And there's going to be way more days and way more moments where you're able to just celebrate and revel in that.
Yeah.
And as you transition, you're able to revel in kind of the banality of your gender presentation, which is amazing that, it does become normal and ordinary. Boring even.
Yeah.
And focus on those good things. Celebrate the good things. Celebrate how wonderful it is to be you. Because it is. It does feel amazing to finally be right in your skin.
Just this is one of the parts of the whole thing.
Yeah, everything in life comes with baggage. Every single good thing in your life is gonna come with negatives attached to it. If you get the cutest, sweetest puppy in the world, you're gonna go out there and pick up shit.
Oh, guaranteed.
Okay?
Yeah.
If you find a wonderful partner, there's gonna be compromise in your time and attention. You're gonna lose some of your independence.
Yes.
If you eat a delicious meal, you're gonna gain some calories. Every good, wonderful thing in your life comes with negatives attached to it. Comes with a cost. You go ride the Nitro at Six Flags Great Adventure and you're gonna get sunburn. Even if you put on sunscreen, you probably miss an area. Everything comes with a cost.
Well, at one point, Nitro ends, and then you have to get off of Nitro and get back in the line for Nitro.
Yeah.
And wait in line so you can earn Nitro. There's nothing actually wrong about riding Nitro.
Well, you also pay for Nitro.
That's part of the privilege of getting to ride.
Maybe the Nitro is a bad example, but I'm just saying that every wonderful thing in the world comes with a cost.
Except Nitro.
Six Flags Great Adventure. If you'd like to just pay us to go ride the Nitro, we would be happy to.
Why would they?
In my opinion, it's probably the best roller coaster I've ever
on the
ridden.
planet ever. Yes.
Just a solid ride. Nothing too flashy, nothing too showy, nothing gimmicky. Just a solid
smooth.
ride.
Such a good ride.
Anyway.
But the world is not Nitro.
But the world is not Nitro.
Only Nitro is Nitro.
The world comes with costs. Every good thing. And transition is an amazing good thing. And transition comes with costs.
Is transition
and this is one of those costs.
Better than Nitro?
Yes, because you know why? Because when you transition, you can still ride Nitro.
Fuck yeah!
Yeah!
You get both.
Yes. Oh, I know what it is. Nitro means you have to go to Six Flags Great Adventure to ride it, and the food there sucks.
There's not great food. You're eating a lot of chicken fingers.
That's it. That's all
Fair
they have.
point.
They just have deep fryers.
Fair point.
Yeah. So you're getting a really awesome thing out of this. You're getting transition. And there are going to be some costs that are more dire than other costs. And this may end up being a cost for you, but it's a temporary cost. It's a fleeting one. It's one that you can try your best to ignore. It's one that you can push away with your mind with distractions. It's one that you can move beyond.
Yeah. Yeah.
And one that's not going to be that common. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
So I hope you're never clocked. I hope you never have to experience this, but if you do, I hope this episode was at least slightly helpful.
It happens to a lot of girls.
It does.
And a lot of guys.
Yeah.
And a lot of neithers and a lot of both.
Exactly.
People just want to tell you what your gender is.
We actually got an email from someone, and please forgive me because I don't have it on me, so I don't remember the name, asking advice about their cis friend who gets clocked.
Whoa, what?
Their cis friend happens to be is a cis woman, and she happens to have more traditionally masculine features apparently, and gets clocked as trans quite a bit.
Huh.
Yeah. So it happens even to cis people, all right?
I'll be damned.
No one likes it, but
I would love to know what she does, because you know she doesn't, like, flip her skirt up.
No.
So...
maybe she does. I don't know.
I mean,
I don't have the email in front of me.
Okay, could be. They could be paragraph 2.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It happens to everyone.
So be strong out there. Be your best self. Be awesome. Keep your head high and keep rebelling.
Don't let the bastards get you down.
Hell no.
Well, thanks, Faith.
All right. Thank you, Kath, and thank you, all of you.
All of you. Thanks for listening.
All right, everyone.
We'll talk to you next time.
Bye! If you've enjoyed this episode and want to help us keep making more great content, go to patreon.com/genderrebels.
We have many different levels of support and lots of great rewards,
including drinks with the Gender Rebels at Stonewall.
Please leave a 5-star review on iTunes. That makes it easier for other people to find us.
And send your questions to questions@genderrebels.com. Or find us on Twitter @The Gender Rebels.
Music for The Gender Rebels is by Jasper the Colossal. Follow the link down below or download them on iTunes today.
And for all our episodes, visit genderrebels.com.
The Gender Rebels is a Comeback Sync production, copyright 2018. All rights reserved.
And to all you gender rebels out there, keep rebelling.
Bye.
Bye. Navigate your